What's up, you guys? I'm back for another Wrestle Review podcast episode. I apologize for the tardiness. I wanted everyone to enjoy their Valentine's Day instead of spending it with me via podcast. I doubt any of you would have done that anyway, but that's besides the point. We're talking SmackDown tonight, and it was quite a show. We're going to get right into it. Bray Wyatt opens the show with "You Deserve a Chance." He is now the new WWE Champion. And he starts talking about how he has the whole damn world in his hands, referencing the WWE Championship. It was a great promo. I think everyone listens to it a little bit more now that he is the WWE Champion, and he's really the main attraction when he has that belt. His promos mean a little bit more now that he is top man on SmackDown. John Cena comes out saying nobody deserves anything in the business, that you earn it. I think that's a little bit of a stupid thing to say because, of course, a lot of people deserve it, I mean, people deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, they earn it, but they also deserve it. People deserve the WWE Championship, but they also earn it. So I think, he's wrong on that end. I mean, half right, I guess you could say. Yeah, he gets his rematch for the WWE Championship tonight, but he wants it at that very moment to open the show. Before that can be made official, AJ Styles comes out, and he's upset that he got skipped over for his one-on-one rematch. I tend to sympathize with AJ Styles, and this is not because I'm a big AJ Styles fan. This is because he was legitimately screwed. He was told that he would get his one-on-one rematch, and he doesn't get it. But John Cena is already in line for his rematch. Don't get me wrong, John Cena is entitled to a one-on-one rematch as well, but AJ Styles should have got his first. I don't know why they could have done it last week before the Chamber, or this week, and then push Cena's back maybe next week. So Daniel Bryan comes out, makes it a triple threat for tonight, for the WWE Championship. Not tonight, but on Tuesday night, rather. That's good. That we'll talk about that later. But the opening segment, as far as that goes, yeah, it's your typical opening segment. I think it's a good way to get AJ Styles in the title match. That way, Cena gets his rematch, AJ gets his rematch. But I do feel like both of them deserve one-on-one rematches. So we'll see how it goes. There's 7 weeks till WrestleMania. There's plenty of time to put in an AJ Styles versus Wyatt rematch and a John Cena versus Wyatt rematch. So hopefully that happens. That'll really mess up the continuity, as they would say on this match. First match of the night is American Alpha taking on the Ascension in a non-title match. These were the last two teams in that tag team turmoil match on Sunday. And this match lasted longer than when those two teams were in the ring Sunday. Funny thing that is, Sunday night, American Alpha were beat down before the Ascension came out. So this is telling me the Ascension can't get the job done when they're beat down, and they can't get the job done when they're fully ready to go. There was a spot here where American Alpha, Jason Jordan, and Chad Gable jumped off the top rope at the same time with a flying clothesline. I felt it was really sloppy, which is uncharacteristic for either of those two. Usually they're on point with everything. American Alpha wins with the Grand Amplitude on Victor. Good match. I wish they would get rid of the face paint on the Ascension. I want them so bad to go back to the NXT Ascension, the longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champions, just because they were so dominant and they were really a force to be reckoned with. And now, people who didn't watch NXT back then just look at the Ascension like they're a bunch of jobbers, when really, I mean, they were the best tag team NXT has had, in my opinion, other than American Alpha. And I really wish they would, do something with them. I think, again, they're in line for a WrestleMania match, hopefully. But then, not outcome the Usos, but the Usos pop up on the big screen and call out American Alpha, and it looks like we're getting American Alpha versus the Usos at WrestleMania, and that's something I don't want to see. We've seen that plenty of times, and We know how it goes, and just because American Alpha has really had the upper hand in the past matches between the two teams, that tells me that the Usos will probably win at WrestleMania. So that's not something I'm looking forward to. As I've mentioned before, I'm not a big fan of the Usos, whether they're a face or a heel. I just can't. I just don't like the characters. Nothing against them. It's just, so I can't connect to them, and I don't really think they should go over American Alpha. But we'll see how that goes. We're at the back. James Ellsworth, Carmella, they're talking some type of stuff like they always do. Dean Ambrose looking for Baron Corbin. Carmella calls Dean Ambrose a gas attendant, which was kind of funny. Dean Ambrose and James Ellsworth go back and forth. Ambrose being funny, Ellsworth being just a loser. Daniel Bryan comes out. Ambrose asks if he can beat the crap out of Ellsworth right now. Daniel Bryan likes the idea. We got a match. Ambrose versus Ellsworth. So then that comes up, and Ellsworth is already in the ring. He gives Carmella a nice little introduction, And then Ambrose music hits. Ellsworth just jumps out of his shoes, it seems like, which was hilarious. You had to watch that. That was funny. Just being a loser like he always is. And, that's what's great about his character. That's not an insult. That's who he is, and it's awesome. So Ambrose music hits, and Baron Corbin is out dragging him after beating the crap out of him. Ambrose kind of recovers. They go back and forth with it up on the stage. Then the first mess up of the night, Baron Corbin goes to hit the deep six on Ambrose on electrical equipment is all I can say. I don't know exactly what it was. It was just electrical equipment. And I know this because it exploded before Ambrose hit it. Some pyro guy messed up there. That I immediately noticed. I think everybody did. It wasn't too hard to miss. But anyway, so that happened, and then, Ambrose is taken away, and that was that match. I was really upset we didn't get to see an Ambrose versus Ellsworth match. I think that would have been pretty funny. So then we get something that we've never seen before, and that's Nikki and Natalya arguing. I'm being sarcastic. We see that every week. Look, these guys had their match at Elimination Chamber. It ended in a double count out. All right, so you're not going to put Nikki over Natalya because Nikki's leaving. All right, so you end it in a double count out, whatever it is. That's fine. I can live with it. I've lived with it. I didn't like it at first. I can live with that now. Whatever. So you're going to have those two face off next week in a Falls Count Anywhere match. What are you going to do now? Are you going to put Nikki over Natalya? Have you changed your mind? What are you playing here? These are some things that I don't get. Another thing I don't get is why it takes Daniel Bryan so long to interrupt a fight right in front of his face. They were literally brawling for maybe like 30 seconds, and he's just standing there not doing anything until they start pulling each other's hair. Then he just flips out. He turns into the no, Daniel Bryan, and just starts screaming and flipping out. If Nikki's his sister-in-law, I'd expect him to kind of jump on that a little bit quicker. Corbin, is in an interview, blames Ambrose for not being a champ. But this is typical WrestleMania stuff. They're building up that feud so they can have their match at WrestleMania. Probably Corbin going over. I think it's good. I think it'll be a good match. I like the build. I think other than Braun Strowman, I think Baron Corbin is one guy WWE is booking pretty well. I think he's going to be a top champion this year. And I think a crowning moment for him will be at WrestleMania. It's another one of those, he does deserve it. He's had a pretty good year. They have a Dolph Ziggler interview explaining his actions against Apollo Crews. and Callisto from Elimination Chamber. Yeah, again, Ziggler says it was a wake-up call. How many wake-up calls have we seen, and they haven't done anything? I don't really get the point of it. I hope they do something special with this guy down the road. Doesn't look like it, though. Just saying. It's a little too late for Dolph Ziggler, I believe. So, we get an Elimination Chamber rematch, and that's Becky Lynch versus Mickie James. And it goes just as I thought it would. If Mickie James wasn't going to win an Elimination Chamber, which she didn't, she was going to win tonight, and that's what happened. I didn't expect the finish to be what it was, a fake injury, and I didn't really approve of it. Mickie James is one of the top talents on SmackDown. She doesn't need to be doing any fake injury storylines to beat Becky Lynch, I don't think. So Becky Lynch has won one, Mickie James has one. I'm assuming this is going to go to a third, and probably not at Mania, probably on another episode of SmackDown, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Maybe it's a number one contender match or something, I don't know. But, so there's that. And then Naomi comes out for what is, pretty much the same promo that she did after Elimination Chamber. Just how she's so thankful for all the fans. And Alexa Bliss comes out. They start trading insults. Naomi is probably the worst trash talker I've seen in a woman's division. She calls Alexa Bliss a flea. I don't know. I don't see that as like a ooh type moment. I see that as like a what the fuck just happened. But whatever. They're gonna have a rematch. I'm sure Naomi's gonna win. Actually, I take that back. I think Alexa Bliss is gonna win. I think this was sometimes WWE likes to do these odd title changes and then give it right back to the previous champion. They just had John Cena beat AJ Styles and have him lose it 2 weeks later. What was the point? I don't know. So I think maybe Alexa Bliss in the rematch is gonna take the title back. Not necessarily saying that it was something that is something against Naomi. That's just how WWE does these things sometimes. So we'll see how that goes, but I just think Alexa Bliss is too good to not be the women's champion on SmackDown right now. If not her, then definitely I think it should be Mickie James, but Becky Lynch had her run for a little bit. So I think it's, Alexa Bliss's time, maybe even Mickie James' time. Then it's time for the triple threat match. Bray Wyatt, John Cena, and AJ Styles. One thing WWE does, they have really good multi-man matches. That Elimination Chamber match was awesome. It was I'd probably rank it up there to the best Elimination Chamber I've seen ever. Of course, they had the Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, John Cena triple threat match at the Rumble a couple years back. That was great. Everything, you saw everything in this match. You saw the Styles Clash, you saw the Sister Abigail, you saw the Attitude Adjustment, you saw the Phenomenal Forearm, you saw everything. And everyone's kicking out of their moves, each other's finishers. A lot of false finishes, which in a triple threat match, I don't mind. It's a little bit more believable when someone breaks up the pinfall. So this was, the best triple threat match I've seen in a while. John Cena taking the pinfall twice to Bray Wyatt in 48 hours. I think that's interesting. I think I'll consider that this is us making it up to Bray Wyatt for burying him in that past John Cena feud at WrestleMania 30. Now he pins John Cena twice in a week, which I can't complain about. John Cena comes out. But before that, I missed this. When Bray Wyatt's coming out, Luke Harper appears out of nowhere and kicks the shit out of Bray Wyatt. I mean, decimates him. And that's interesting, especially because of what happened after this triple threat match But yeah, Luke Harper, finally it seems like he's all out of that spell of Bray Wyatt. He's out of that Bray Wyatt clutch, which is good. I'm excited to see what Luke Harper can do on his own. But yeah, he absolutely tore apart Bray Wyatt. So yeah, Bray Wyatt wins the match. I'm really hoping that AJ and John Cena get their one-on-one rematches. I think, first of all, I don't think we've seen enough of AJ Styles Bray Wyatt. I never thought that would be a match that I would want to see, but after seeing them go at it at the Elimination Chamber for a little bit, I can't wait. I could go for another round of Bray Wyatt versus AJ Styles. And then, John Cena, Bray Wyatt, all the years after that WrestleMania 30 match, I think that could even be a good match and a better match than what it was. So, yeah, I really hope those two get their rematches. Randy Orton comes out. He's the Royal Rumble winner. This is where things get interesting, people. Comes out and says he doesn't want to face Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt is the master and Randy Orton's a servant. He says as long as that's the case, he is not facing Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania for the title. And then SmackDown goes off the air with them posing. So, you won't know this unless you watch Talking Smack, or by now it's all over the internet, but at the time you wouldn't know this. There's going to be a battle royal to determine the new number one contender for Bray Wyatt, or whoever the champion is at WrestleMania. I fully expect now for Luke Harper to win that battle royal and face Bray Wyatt. I will go even as far as to say somehow they are going to put Randy Orton back in that match to have this triple threat Wyatt family match at WrestleMania. I don't really need that. I don't know if anybody else does. Maybe I'm wrong. Comment. Give me your thoughts. Do you want to see a Wyatt family main event at WrestleMania? Or are you good? Because I'm good. I don't need that. I'm fine with one or the other. Orton or Harper against Wyatt. At least not at WrestleMania. I don't want to see that at WrestleMania. I don't know exactly. I mean, if they're not putting Randy Orton in that match, I mean, they gotta do something with Orton. I mean, they can't. I don't think they're gonna leave him off the card. He's been with the company too long. I don't think that's happening. So, I'm very stoked for this battle royal. I don't know what to expect. I mean, other than Luke Harper winning, which I wouldn't have said a couple months ago. I probably wouldn't have even said it last month. But yeah, Luke Harper getting a WWE title shot. That is something that I was not expecting. So that was SmackDown in a nutshell. It was a good show. It usually always is. It's better than Raw, just because of that one less hour. Again, I apologize for the tardiness of this podcast, but I work. I get these up to you whenever I can. And also, Tuesday was Valentine's Day. Go out, enjoy the time. I saw 50 Shades Darker. It was okay. It was all right. I don't know. But anyway, so what is coming up for this podcast? I don't think I'm going to get to NXT just quite yet. I don't think I'm going to get to Impact just yet, because NXT I haven't watched in a little bit. I want to watch it, watch a couple episodes before I really get into it. I don't want to sit up here and talk about something that I completely don't understand. I mean, I watched the TakeOver from San Antonio, but that's the last time I've watched NXT. Impact, I really never watch. I want to get these podcasts. I want to get as many podcasts out to you guys as possible. I know there's fans of all things wrestling. I wish I could do more like ROH and New Japan Wrestling. It's just content wise and everything. I can't get to everything. But I'm not going to close the door on NXT or TNA. I'm definitely want to try and get those podcasts out to you. We are going to have a UFC 209 show, whether it's by myself or whether it is with a guest. I have somebody lined up for 209. Hopefully, I don't have contract signings here or nothing. I just ask somebody and they say they want to do it or not. He wants to do it, he says. Hopefully, that will happen. If not, I will be here as promised for UFC 209. I am excited about it. Also, there's a lot of talk about Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. When and if that fight happens or is signed to happen, and it will, and I feel like it will, there will be a breaking news podcast. I may go live. I may not. But I will have a podcast breaking down Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. I'll get into it a little bit here, but I want to save something for that episode because I feel like something's really going to go down. The bottom line is, if you know me, you know that I don't really care for Conor McGregor because I've always felt like if you're good and you know it, you're going to develop that shitty attitude that Conor McGregor has, and I don't appreciate that. However, if there's one person that I can't stand more than Conor McGregor, it's Floyd Mayweather. Mainly because he made me spend $100 on a Pacquiao fight that wasn't worth a damn. Not a damn. But anyway, so there's that. Next time I'm with you will be the Raw podcast, I believe. So that's what's going to happen with that. Look, guys, I hope this is getting to you. I hope you guys are watching these things. This is something I love to do. I can't say it enough. I love to do this. I'm getting more comfortable with it. And again, I apologize that they're not up as soon as, a show ends. That is the goal. Still working on equipment. Still definitely finding a new place, possibly. We'll see how that works. Still a few moving pieces in that. But again, guys, like that YouTube page, subscribe to that YouTube page, like the videos, watch the ads, watch everything. Give me a shout out on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm all over the place. You just gotta find me. I'll leave the names for Snapchat, Instagram, all that stuff in the YouTube description. Follow that. I know I have people out there that are watching. I know. I can see it. I have the stats, and they're good stats. I want it to grow. So, please, I'll give you an example. 99.5% of people that watch my YouTube pages, my YouTube videos, are the United States. What does that tell you? 99.5. That means 0.5%. It's out of the country. I'm reaching overseas. I'm already reaching overseas. How many people can say that they've done that? I bet like 2 of you, maybe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this again. This is a little shorter than what it usually is. SmackDown's a little bit of a shorter show, so I'm going to be a little bit of a shorter show. Again, guys, please like, subscribe. I appreciate the love. I'll give the love right back. I'll follow you on Twitter, whatever you guys want. I'll do it. And, yeah, guys, peace out.